Hello again. Um, this is what I like to call the joys of cancer video blog, mainly just for myself to remember years down the road, kind of the experiences going through this a wonderful disease. So I talked about the joys of having to expose myself having testicular cancer to everybody who wants to have a look. Talk about another fun thing about having cancer is chemotherapy, which will begin for me in just a couple of days. One of the side effects of chemotherapy is sterilization. Before I go further, if this does make it to a point where people are watching this, I would suggest people like my mom, maybe my niece, my priest, etc. might want to move on to the next video if there's one there, because one of the things I got to experience for the first time in my life is going to a sperm bank. And this was designed to get a couple things on file, on the high probability that I go sterile, we'll have something in the bank for later on in life. A lot of issues that go with this. First of all, I'm 39 years old and I've spent a significant amount of time, money, and energy to make sure that the activities I get involved with in my life do not result in little children running around. That being said, now I'm being forced to look at, okay, now you got to put some time and effort and a lot of money into banking these little guys. So, fellas, if you've never had the experience of going to a sperm bank, let me tell you, it's worth every dime just for the experience of doing so. There's been a lot said about going to a sperm bank and doing these samples, and boy, there's nothing that says a fun Tuesday or Friday than driving several miles, paying several $100s to sit in a room by yourself with a little cup and go for it. That was an experience I probably don't even need to document because it's one I won't forget. The process of getting things from in here into a little cup poses a lot of problems. Listen, when I'm involved in that type of activity, when it's time, I can barely remember my own name, let alone try to figure out how to get from what's going on into a little tiny cup. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know when you're treating yourself like a jungle gym. If at that time I start to panic, I think, okay, do I sit up? Do I stand up? Do I take a knee? What's the process here? To make matters even more interesting, as I'm working on trying to figure out the mechanics of getting from A to B, my cell phone starts buzzing, and I'm just narcissistic enough to have to see who is contacting me, and so with both hands full, I look over and it's my niece checking in with me. So yeah, the timing there couldn't have been any better. So God bless her for checking in. She's done so every day at the same time. I should have known that's who it was going to be. But to get to get from A to B is quite a juggling act. It's quite an experience, and it was done, And the good news is I've got strong little guys in there, and they're going to be put on ice, and one day I'll have a very cold child running around here, I think, hopefully soon, fingers crossed. So anyway, that's another wonderful story of going through this wonderful cancer, and probably the next time I record something, my lovely beard will be gone, and this gorgeous head of hair, so thick and lovely, will be gone, as I'm starting the new adventure called chemotherapy. All right, we'll see you guys later. Live strong.